David, South Sudan has had a checkered history of peacemaking since attaining independence. What are some of the gains the country has been able to make so far?
Yes, you're very right. I mean, the country has had a checkered history, and there has been a lot of focus on the brutality and the violence that has occurred. But remember that, we've had, some level of, engagement, with the rival factions, to work on the sustainable security. We've had, an improvement in terms of the security legislation, the constitutional reforms. Some have been implemented. We also have, some level of, move towards creating a united national army. That is still not at its best, but of course, the country has moved on. And there is more to be done. We still expect, to see some level of progress. But mind you, it's a very young country. It's just a decade and 1 year old. So we should expect that they will have these challenges that exist in South Sudan.
David, of course, there is a long road ahead for South Sudan. What are some of the challenges that still lie ahead for the country, and how can these be overcome?
I think it's been overstated. Of course, one doesn't have to repeat that. There's still lack of sustainable peace and security. There is still areas of national cohesion which the rival factions have to work on. Still some issues of accountability that we haven't seen as much progress as one would expect. But again, I still go back to the point which I made earlier on, that there's still a very young country.
David, thank you very much for those updates. David Otto-Endeley, the Director on Security for the Horn of Africa Institute for Peace and Security Governance, joining us live there.